Okay, let me share my screen this time as well. So, screen share. So, this is what I have for us this time. So I've made this document that I put sort of the unedited version already on into the Google document, and then I can also upload this sort of version with notes as we go along. And for now, I have a few pages here with. Thank you for I don't know who of you it was, but who shared the facsimile from the Crooked Andrews, so that I get these great quality cutouts here. Yeah, so then we have all three sort of versions with short phrases. I try to make them sort of stop according to sense pauses. So I think we can just get started. Last time we had read, well, from the beginning of the demotic part, which is missing because the first lines, the beginning of each line, especially in the beginning, are missing some pieces. So here we had parts of the date, and then we had the equivalent in the Egyptian style of dating as we saw, and then we started talking about these epithets of the king now. So the king, the youth, who has appeared as pharaoh or as king in the seat of his father. And that's where we ended up last time with the demotic. And then I was thinking we could continue up until here with the hieroglyphic portion as well. And I was wondering maybe if Erin, if you wanted to continue where we left off the last time, if you want to.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. Let me just try and get a bit closer. Let's see how that's going to work. Oh, there's always some kind of stuff going on. Okay, so I can get a bit closer. And then I should be able to press draw. And there we go.
Okay, so her hem.
So we have her, and then
her hem R, which
yeah, I was wondering.
I would expect an N.
Yeah, M, and then an R underneath there.
I'm going to say Sa-Re, but I'm not positive.
Sa-Re.
That's a weird ray, and I'm not sure about the bird. It just looks like general bird to me.
Is there anyone with a suggestion for this one?
I believe this is his Horus name.
This is
okay.
Is part of the titulature then, so I can write it like, oh, I'm still trying to get the hang of this, but okay. Her.
Okay. So how Hunu?
Hunu. Okay.
Ka Nesu, maybe.
This is a ha, I guess, like it annoys me when it does this, but like this. Ha.
M.
M.
And then I would read Nesu, but I don't know if this is the Ptolemaic way of saying per I
would also write it as Nesu, I guess.
Yeah.
But,
okay. I know they use per in the demotic.
Yeah. But I guess we're back in the sort of purposefully Middle Egyptian type.
And then this is very straightforward. Her set etef.
So her. That's problems with doing the bends. Okay, set. And then, oh yeah, that's with all of this. And then, as you said, it. Okay. Great. So what do we have?
So under the reign of, I don't actually know who knew, but it's got the little child determinative.
Yeah,
so the young, something young.
Exactly, the youth or the young one or something.
Youth. Okay. Appearing as king on the seat of his father. Or in the place of his father.
Or in the place of his father. Okay, nice. Thank you. Maybe we should try just to finish off the lines while we're at it. Let's just do these pieces as well, Erin, if you don't mind.
Sure. Nemti.
So this is, I guess, Neb T.
Where? I think it's Pekti, but tell me if I'm wrong.
No, you're right. Pe.
Okay.
And then Patty, like this.
Okay.
Okay.
So the two ladies' name, I guess, is Great of Strength.
Great of Strength, exactly. So I don't know much about these things, but this is sort of typical earlier Egyptian royal literature. We have the Horus name and we have the two lady names, but shouldn't we actually have names? Or how is this? If anybody has any insight on this? Because this is I think we have something else in the demotic part, at least in part, and especially in the Greek part. So this is a very sort of artificially Middle Egyptian literature in that sense.
Yeah, I would kind of expect a name there. That's a good point. But let's park that a little bit because there's a lot more to come. So let's see how he's handling it later. But if I can make one quick comment, so I mean, to your point, this is really Neo-Middle Egyptian. For example, it doesn't say set in Paif Eat or something. It says Eatif. So you're using the old way of forming the genitive there, putting the suffix pronoun on there. If you look at Hunu, it's not just that he uses a different word instead of Rel. It says Emchal in the demotic, but it also doesn't say Pahunu. Like you would expect in late Egyptian, there would be an article there. So this is really Neo-Middle Egyptian from what we're looking at. It's an attempt to write the classical language. So yeah, just wanted to point that out, that it's not a one-to-one correspondence. It's always said that, the Rosetta Stone shows the same decree in 3 scripts and 2 languages. In my mind, that's not really true. It's a little bit like saying, it has Italian and Latin on there, so it's like old Latin and new Latin. Well, depends on how you want to look at it. So that was the only comment there.
Yeah, that's great. And I think that this is also one of the things that we can try to pay attention to is the interaction between the various scripts and languages. One thing that I can say sort of from the get-go is that the concept of the decree like this to me is very Greek in style, even the sort of general way that it's structured. But that doesn't mean that the language or that the Greek is sort of the first language or that the other ones are translations. I don't think it's as simple as that, as you say, but it would be interesting to pay attention to at least how they interact.
What about the hem R?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah,
you would ask.
Yeah. Does anyone know if this is just a mistake or what this?
Hang on. Does this work? No, it's kind of weird, isn't it? I can't think of a good reason for an R there, for an R to be there. What did it say again in the demotic? If you go up a bit, it just said pedo ebchal.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Pera. Yeah, exactly. So it's just the pharaoh thing, the Perro.
No. We'd have to look for some parallels. But at first, the R doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Maybe
Do we have Nikita on the call? No, not yet, huh? No.
What did you say?
I was checking if Nikita was on the call, but he isn't.
Yeah,
so.
he would be able to help us. Maybe there's a mistake if the two R's are sort of quickly. I don't know if that makes sense, but
is this still a reconstructed portion of the Rosetta Stone?
This comes from the Nobaire stele, so it's a stele that's in Cairo, but I don't have a actual picture of it. But I think this is taken from the stone.
Is it in poor condition in
my only
this spot?
suggestion would be looking at the actual inscription.
Yeah, that's a good point. And maybe I just say, Aaron, as well, maybe it's in poor condition, maybe it's not. But I don't know, at least both Spiegelberg and Seta, they both print this R. But I don't know if they comment anything on it. Do I have maybe where are these multi-ship text? Or should this be a bit higher up maybe? Yeah, there's no, oh no, but this is, of course, this is just
Emotic.
Here it is.
Yeah.
And there's no comment, at least. Seta. I have to find where it is. Yeah, so I don't know exactly.
It's halfway down the book. Whenever it says Rosetta on the top.
Does it say? There we go.
There you go. Yeah, but a bit higher than. And to the question of whether it's in poor condition, actually, it's more than one document. There are multiple stelae, and then there are also two copies in Philly temple, in a temple. Problem with them is some of them are in really poor condition. One of the stelae is really poor. The other one looks like it is a comparatively poor copy. So the original commentator on this one pointed out that it looks like somebody had put that together from fragments, essentially, the text. And the ones in Philly are partially overwritten, like there's some other reliefs that go on top of it. So it's a bit messy. Oh, it says sick, though. Look at that.
So Seta has sick, and then he has some notes sometimes, but I don't know. It doesn't seem to comment any more.
Yeah, not on this one. You're right. So the text is a composite of the different hieroglyphic versions there are, the best approximation that they could make. And you can see that whenever if you go back to that document, so there was a difference between, he explains that on the first page, if it's underlined or if it has like dashes. Here we go. I can translate that real quick. So the text of N, the text of N is marked by lining when it matches the demotic version perfectly, and by dashes were there any differences. And then the other one that like diagonal underline is the third example, where the text has been destroyed in the hieroglyphic version. What does he say then? Where I didn't put anything basically, and it's just the text. If you scroll a little bit further, what does it actually say? Next page.
Next page.
Okay, it just says if I didn't put anything underneath those words, if I didn't mark it in any way, those words are missing in the stela of N. Okay, so so basically it is a bit of it's editorial. It's not a single copy, but it's put together, best judgment, as you can see. Some of them have dashes, some of them have straight lines. It's the best, I think Zeta was the one who put it together, the best version you could come up with. And that's it.
Great. Maybe someone would like to finish off as well the demotic part here.
What about the Greek?
Yeah, I was thinking we can do it when we sort of just finish this line, because then the Greek will fit with the rest. If we just take this last part of the demotic and then we go for the Greek, was what I was thinking. Then we don't have to jump back and forth anymore. Yeah, so this sign, unless there's someone who volunteers, I can just do some of it. But this sign, the DPDP says that it's that pa, and it means either the son of or the one of. I'm not quite sure I understood how it what the sign was, and they just write it as an A without neither aleph or ayin. So the one of, and this one was the Uraeus. I don't think I have a note here. Pa, na. So we have a little na here, so a plural article. This is going to drive me nuts at some point. Na. And then we have a, what did I say? Ari ut. So, a, ri. I really wanted to make this work. Ari ut. Okay, and then we have a relative clause again, nt, and na so this means great, is sort of a verbal adjective or something that means na. Why is it not working anymore? Every time there has to be something. Okay. And then we have this one that we saw last one, this sort of very abbreviated. This can be either pa-if, ta-if, or na-if. And here we see that we have a feminine word, which is the same one as we had in the Middle Egyptian part or in the hieroglyphics. So it's maybe my file is too big or something, and now it's going to start becoming more and more buggy. I don't know. Exciting. Yeah. If. Then here we have now I'm switching between manual decodage and other conventions here. Okay. So who is great? His strength is great, I guess.
That's right. And so you see the demotic version of a. In other words, it gets this weird extra element, the na, which is characteristic in demotic for several adjective verbs. They all get it, and it lives on in Coptic. So you have several Coptic adjectives that start this way with a na. What exactly it is, I'm not sure, but it's something that starts to be added regularly in demotic to extend the adjective. So that's what that is.
And so no, they become then these verboids, right? In Coptic, yes. Like was it nufer or nofer for
nanufer?
Nanuf. There are a few more. Wish I could remember them off the top of my head, but there are a few.
We will see soon the one with the nanefer. We're going to see in the next line as well.
Got it.
Yeah, that's become nanufer.
Okay.
And if I recall in the class, they say no idea where it comes from, just appears.
Okay, so this element of the na is completely, well, we don't know.
Unknown origin.
Okay, great. So I'm going to try just something. I have a sort of backup thing here because this seems to be a bit messy. Save. Then I have, I should have the same one that I can open up in a Word document that I will try. Which also has this drawing function, and maybe it works better. Otherwise, I'll just type it. Okay, but let's go on to the Greek portion then. Who wants to do this part? I don't know if that's Aurelio, you're volunteering, or
No, because Greek is unfortunately not one of my languages.
Okay. I just saw. I couldn't hear you, but I just saw your image.
Quite bad.
Sorry?
I can try, but I'm not the best at Greek.
Let me just. How does this work again? I don't know if I need to draw. So I picked up for now we have the pictures from the original French 1822 plates, but later on we will get the ones from the new facsimile. So yeah, just go ahead.
Start at G4 then.
Yeah. So so this is the first part of the Greek text is sort of composite between line 4 and then 6, and then we get back to 1 to make it parallel with the Egyptian versions.
Oh, there are no spaces. The first word is etos, enato.
Oh, this works so much better. Sorry. Na. Two.
Right. I want to say enato is like 9, but
yeah, exactly. So what's it called? It's an ordinal number.
Ninth. Ninth. Okay. Shall I move on to G6 or?
Yeah, just go continue. So this is also to be meant to be read as one.
Perfect. Minos xandikou.
Yeah. So I guess. Think. Okay.
Tetradia.
It stops here. Tetradi.
Okay.
So tetradi. Yeah, so the alpha is very strangely written, but it is an alpha.
Yeah, it's an alpha. Okay.
So this is a gamma.
Oh, okay. So Egypton. Okay, Egyption. Okay, Egypt.
Exactly. Exactly. On.
There.
That's why is it doing this again? This is my life. Okay. Yeah, so this works. And then yes, what do we have?
There, yep. And then Mehir.
Okay. So maybe you can start with this part. Oh, wait a minute. No, we can just take this the last part down here, if you don't mind.
Sorry, I just need to move my thing in so I can see. Octo que que de que? Okay, que de que.
Ka.
Que de que. Oh, kai de kai.
Te. It's one word, all of this.
Oh.
So you have the alpha, you have the tau, you have an eta, and then a iota.
Oh.
So octokai de ka te.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, great, really great.
I was
you have the subscription.
Yeah.
It's not subscription
yeah. So in this exactly. So yeah, so we have this the iota ad scriptum in this case.
Yeah. My gosh.
Okay. So do you mind translating for us,
Sure.
Uzo?
So in the 9th year
Mhm.
of the month Sandiku,
Mhm.
of the 4th of the Egyptians.
So I think this goes with the Menos Xandikos. It's the fourth of the month
So the
of
fourth
Xandikos.
month of Sandikos,
Mhm.
which in the Egyptians, in the Egyptians, or I imagine it's represented like in the month of the Egyptians.
Yeah, exactly. Menos Aegyption, something like this.
I'm just going to skip over there because it's just, it's there on the other. Yeah.
Yeah, just skip it.
What is Mechir? Is that meant to be an Egyptian word, past, or what am I looking at here?
It's an Egyptian month, right? Meker.
Oh.
So it's just they use, and then
So 18.
Yeah, exactly. So this is a feminine because it's probably Hamerai or something like this, the 18th day. Okay, great. And some sort of useful trick maybe is the da is always second position, so we know that sort of Aegyption is the beginning of a new something, which helps us in knowing that tetradi goes with what comes before and not with Aegyption, for example.
Oh.
I don't know how much people here know Greek actually. So is this helpful? Is this sort of does it make sense? Yeah.
I think it
Otherwise,
makes sense. Yeah, overall, yes.
That's great. If someone is completely blank, then just pick up the Greek alphabet if you can, and then just ask away. But yeah, so in the 9th year, this genitive.
Genitive, right?
Yeah, exactly. And it's always like this in all documents, in all papyri, they always have this, the genitive of time or something like this. I'm not quite sure, but of the year or in the year. And then of the month Xandikos, the 4th day of the Egyptians, Meker, and then the 18th, on the 18th. So we have a dative for the day. Okay, and I thought we could maybe do a quick sort of side quest, I was going to say, with the date converter. I don't know if you know of this page.
You had it in the list, but I haven't played with it yet. So let's
just see, because now we have the date, so we can press on the convert and we can go to Ptolemy Kings, which is what I already have. And then we have to find the right reign. And for our case, we are dealing with Ptolemy the 5th, Epiphanes. And we said that it was in the 9th year. So the 9th year means of the reign of Ptolemy the 5th. And then we have to find the month. And we had in the Egyptian part, it says that it was a second month of Peret. And now in the Greek, we know that it's also Meker. And we see that those are equivalents. And then I guess we have the 18th. When we quick convert, we get the Julian date here of March 27th, 196 BC. So this is
awesome.
Yeah, this is a very useful tool whenever you deal with this. It also asks for the late period pharaohs, but all sort of Greek documents, also up until the Roman time, which is where the dating becomes very, very complex, with emperors changing seemingly every 2 years and whatnot. So it's a very nice tool for reading papyri, especially.
Amazing.
Voila. Okay. Okay, so we still have some more Greek. So now we did the dating part, and then we go on to the sort of continuing part. Who wants to continue? Maybe Uzo, you want to continue, or should we ask somebody else?
I can continue, but if someone wants to go, feel free to go ahead.
Go ahead.
I just want to ask before I start. I noticed the A in Vasileontos is different to...
Yeah, I agree.
Although in the next Kai and in Parabolontos, it's also similar. they seem to switch a bit between like something that looks more like a lambda and more like an, right?
Yeah, it's very strange. Are these two different writers? It's so close and so different. And here we have, no, these are actually lambdas. Okay, sorry. So maybe this means that
Or maybe
yeah, go ahead.
maybe it's the proximity of the lambdas that forced the writer to adopt a different letter style.
This is great.
Because otherwise, it would be just sequence of equal characters or very similar characters.
Yes, I like that a lot, actually. So we need to have something else for the alpha here because we start coming into the lambda territory, which we also had in which you also have in the first.
Same thing with Basileo.
Absolutely.
All right. Vasileu Vantos, Tuneu.
One plus. Oh yeah, I'm writing a bit. Tu neu.
Que para Lavan. Para Vantos. Tin Vasilia. I can't tell if that near at the end or new is going to follow on to a new word, or if that's just Vasilian.
No, this is one word.
Okay. Okay, Vasilian.
Yeah, Vasi. So if I make mistakes with the accents, people can correct me. This is not always so straightforward. Okay.
Para tu patros.
So para tu
patros.
You said patros, right? Yep.
Yep.
Tros.
Kyriou.
Kyriou, like this.
Vasilion.
Vasilion, I want to say.
Mera.
Mera.
Lodoxu.
Yes, so this is all one word. Meralo.
Megalodoxu.
So. Okay. So if you can go ahead then and start with Basileu Ontos, if you want to translate.
Pharaoh the Young, Duneu. And I don't know what Paralavontos means.
Means to take over. Well, paralambano is the verb, and here we have an aorist participle.
Okay. So it takes over Ten Vasilian, the kingdom.
Yep.
And then here para from to patro from his father. Lord of the kingdom.
Yeah.
Lord of Kings, or I don't know how. Lord of the Kingdom.
I guess it would be Lord of Kings, right? Because it's the same word as we had here for kingdoms. Because it's the same word as we had for Basilean, right?
All right.
But it's a bit strange, but we can come back to it. And then?
Mera Lodoxu. So great, but I don't know what the ending bit means.
Yeah, so doxize is repute or glory, or so it's of great glory, something like that. The very glorious one, something like that.
Okay.
Okay, so do you know why? So these are all in the genitive, right? Do we know why? Or anybody else? Anybody can answer. I'm just.
Is it because it is the year of the king?
Yeah, that's a good suggestion actually. But I think this is the absolute genitive type construction. So we have this sort of before we come into the decree itself, we will have all of these sort of while he is being king, with him being king, as you have the absolute ablative for Latin. We have the absolute genitive for Greek.
Oh, I see. Okay, got it.
I think so. In this case, because it continues for so long, even with new parts.
And what was Ten Basilean again?
This is the kingdom.
kingdom. Okay.
Having taken
okay.
sort of the over the reign, or yeah. And then, so the thing that I was wondering a bit about, and I checked a bit in the dictionary, is that the basileion seems to be another word for crown. So it does mean kingdom originally, but it also means crown. So Lord of Crowns. And this is the part that corresponds to the Egyptian Nebti, or what was it for the demotic? Pa na arwit. So the yeah.
The UAE. Okay.
UAE. I don't know if there's some kind of association with crowns or something in this case, because I don't know what this means really.
Interesting. And what was Metalodoxu again? Or Megalodoxu, sorry, I misread.
Yes, so with great glory.
Oh, Megalodoxu. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. With great glory. Okay.
And then this paralabontos is an aorist participle, so it sort of supposes that this has happened already in a way. Paralabontos having taken over the reign from his father. Because this one is a present participle, so this is this in the reign of, or while he is being king.
Oh, I get it. And then the Curio Basileion. Sorry, I'm asking all the dumb questions here because, like I said, my Greek is extremely rudimentary.
Yeah,
so, of the Lord of the Crowns, for example, that's what the Basileion could be. So it could really be sort of matching the Urae in the demotic version, and that's referring to back to the Patros, or is that referring to our king? Could be either, right?
That's a really good, because we have a big issue here now with all the genitives, is that because he's taken over the reign from his father, and the preposition para governs the genitive case, so we have a genitive here, and we have another genitive, and we don't, strictly speaking, grammatically speaking, we don't know whether this is an attribute to the son or to the father. But I would think that we are dealing with, everything is for our King Ptolemy V. So we're going back to our Basileontos, which is also in the genitive.
Who's still a teenager at this point. Okay, all right.
Yeah, he would be a teenager, exactly. And Lord of Crowns, and super duper glorious. Yeah.
Hey, can't start too early. Okay, all right.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Should we maybe continue then with unless there's anything else, we can continue with the next part of the demotic. Okay. Anyone wants to read a bit? Oh.
I'm a bit incapacitated today because I'm running around here trying to get a few things ready.
Yeah.
So.
No, but that's okay. Anybody else, or wait, what am I missing now? Here we go. I can begin. No problem. So this is another of these ir type of participle construction. So who has, and then this is semen, I think. I have to look at my note. So which means to establish. We have an S here. This is a sort of typical sign of the S, and then this is I think is a ligature for the men, the little, I don't know, the little box like this. Oh, yeah, that's what the Word document does. When I click undo, it brings me back to that part. That's why I wanted to do it in the other program, but okay, we have an eraser. Up. So that part is semen. And then we have this, which we've seen, this part, which we've seen before, which is chemi. Yeah, and I've been trying sometimes I try to bring up the sort of Coptic equivalents. So I think, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but smina. So who has established Egypt? And then this is the beginning of a sort of circumstantial clause. So we have EU F, and the F is the long sort of bend down here, which is the same as we have over here. So this is the F snake. Euf. This is a common abbreviation, at least in the Rosetta Stone, for to give or to cause, or a causative. So dit. And then here we have exactly, so now we have another example of these verboids that Aurelia was speaking about. So we have this is a na, as we've seen this na, and then we have I think so, and this is nefer. So this entire thing's become na nefer, doesn't it? Na nefer f with what's it called, with the suffix pronoun na nefer f, like this. So who has established Egypt, maybe by causing it to become good or to be good? It.
Which is something we really need to talk about.
Yep.
Because it's a masculine F, na nefer f. Now, who could that be? It could be the king, but that doesn't make any sense, right? He didn't establish Egypt by making himself beautiful. So the only thing that's logical is that the F refers back to Kemet. And Kemet has a T. You would think it's feminine. I did check into this actually because it bothered me. And it turns out at this point in time, Kemet is commonly masculine. So it's treated as a masculine noun. That's why it has an F. There are also earlier examples. Well, most of the time you don't see it with an article at all, but this goes back earlier than Demotic, where Kemet is treated as a masculine noun already. So it seems to be a bit of a mix. I think it can be either, but it's not unusual to have it as a masculine. So just want to point that out in case that you're similarly bothered as I was by the fact that an apparently feminine noun is being treated as a masculine. That's normal, actually, for Kemet.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, so we have a gender switcher for Egypt. I was just maybe as long as I remember, and also just ask about the signs and whatever. I think this has the wing of Kem in it. What was it? Something like yeah, okay, that was okay. I wish I could undo because that was shameful. But yeah, you know what I mean. Okay. And then anybody has an idea what this sign is? We've seen it a few times before.
This is like a tush, perhaps?
Yeah, it could be.
That's not
if we would have had the pera, for example, or we would have had the name, but I think in this case it's the relative pronoun. So
Nati.
Nati, exactly. Who? Yeah, thank you. I'm just trying to. Thank you. Okay, NT, and then can you go on, or am I? Are you on a roll right now?
I will say that I'm very ashamed of my Demotic, but I can try a bit since
Yes.
why not, right?
Yes, why not? Just try.
So that should be an N. After that,
This one, you mean?
I cannot see where you're pointing, but just after Nati, we have that small...
Oh, you can't see my cursor. Oh, okay, I thought all along I thought everyone could see my cursor. Okay, so I think this is Na, right? This one here.
Yeah. Yeah. And what about that?
So we've had this one
Mama?
earlier. We had this one here. It's the same sign as this one. Oh, sorry, you can't see. I can't see. As this one. It's the same sign as this one.
Yeah. But it's not the same word, but it's...
But it's the same sound. So this was
Yeah.
S, and this was
That's
men.
Men. That is men. So
we have-
na men.
Oh, maybe I
That
can-
should be a sha or a ha.
Exactly, it's a cha. So this is na men
Nana.
menech, like this.
Yeah.
And then do you have for
That
this part?
That is that is dotted H.
Yep. Dotted H, which is the, well, I have to start here, but this is for this sign.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Okay.
Of course. What's the next one?
I think this is the sign of a little, well, I don't know, I'm giving the answer. Sorry?
No, what is it?
It's a heart. It's the little Egyptian heart symbol, which gives us the clue of what the word means. It means heart.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah.
So it's something
So
like
it's determinative for heart, because
yeah,
afterwards
exactly.
it's determinative for the flash determinative
Yep.
afterwards, and then that should be an F.
That is an F.
So
exactly.
Viper.
Great. So we have
Oh, so what is it? The one who Menech,
Menech means to be excellent or yeah.
to be excellent. So who is excellent in his heart?
Yeah,
Okay.
something like this. Or whose heart is excellent, maybe.
Whose heart is excellent.
Na menech hatef. Yeah. So I don't know if this is also another na verb. I think we have quite a few here. But these go together.
I think it could be. But it does not sound to me anything Coptic.
No,
so
I
maybe
don't.
That one did not survive. Randy is here. I don't know if he remembers a Coptic with that.
I don't. We can always check the.
I've been investigating it. Menech does not survive, and then it is treated as a na, adjectival noun or verb, I should say.
Okay, great. Yeah, and we see also the DPDP has no Coptic lemma for it. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
just
and then
because I can say, and yet again, it.
Yeah, and yet again, this is well, we have this here. Then
Na again.
Na again.
So that is a divine determinative.
Yep. You don't see my cursor. Yeah, you're right. This is the.
Now I see your cursor.
Yeah, yeah.
For some reason, that's a divine determinative. What is it? Natural?
Yeah, perfect. That's exactly what it is.
That was a guess.
No, but you're. So this is a plural of gods.
Okay, so yeah.
That is. This is the three flags. Actually, will become this long one flag with a sort of tail towards the right.
Oh, yeah, because it looked like the nature sign, the flag pole, but then what was the thing? So no, it must be some other strange ligature. But okay,
you're right.
Nature, that was a good guess.
Nature, great job. Okay.
And Natty yet again.
Yep. Great.
I'm assuming. I mean, it's a good guess.
Yeah, it's a good guess. It's a very informed guess. That's. And then.
And what is afterwards? Pa?
Here we have some pa going on, or some ta, or some na. But this is a preposition, and it's her. So it's the head. We see a face in this.
So from the head.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's a compound preposition. Afterwards, by.
Her, and then exactly. So we have. Oh. pi, and it's also usually when it's like this, it's also even pi f.
Yeah, pi f.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Which
here, do you see what this
exactly like the what is this? So
do you remember? Oh, sorry, you can't see. Do you remember what this sign is?
Determinative. Yeah, that's the death stick determinative.
And then we have two times the same sound here. So it's ja.
E.
Like the Coptic Janja. So this is ja. So we have two times ja.
Oh, Jaji.
Exactly, Jaji, which is in Coptic. Do we know?
No idea what is in Coptic.
Shouldn't be enemy.
Jaji is enemy, right?
Yeah, sorry, I was muted.
Why do I can't write in Coptic, but something. Yeah, let's do something like that. Jaja. Okay.
Oh, Jaji. Okay, Jaji. So, who is upon his enemy?
Yep. Perfect. And we also had something here with the gods.
Who's no?
Yeah. So there's a problem with the i'ir. It's not the participle in this case. It's a strange.
Yeah, that's right. What is it?
I think this is what the DPDP has, is basically the Coptic ero. So it's the preposition or towards, it's er. So who is excellent, whose heart is excellent towards the gods.
What? Whose heart is excellent towards the gods, which are upon, who is upon his enemy. So again, referring to the king, not to the gods.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that was not so much embarrassing as I thought it would be.
No, that's great. Do you want to do this last part as well? I don't know, how much time do we have? We have a bit more time. Or do you want to pass along?
We have 5 minutes. I would stop it.
Okay.
I think I've done enough.
Does anybody else want to do the final part of? No problem. Thank you so much.
But that was fun.
Great. So here we have yet another. Just yell out if you have any suggestion or anything. i'ir, we've had this exact construction a bit earlier with this little abbreviation here as well. i'ir, and then we have a causative.
Yeah, that's a D, isn't it?
Yeah,
I'm back at my screen now.
Exactly.
D, and then nanefer comes next.
Na.
Isn't it?
Yep.
And what do we have next? Is there one of those weird pa things?
Yeah, you're right. Pa.
Pa, the large, isn't it? Or what is that? That's an R, definitely.
Yeah. So
no. Haha, anich. Pa anich, the life.
Perfect.
So the way you can see that is so that the two little things that look sort of like mini parentheses, that's the R. And then there's a yeah, I'll just leave it at that. I'll try to break it down further, but
I was wondering if this is the sign of just the sandal strap or something, just the
I think so. And then the thing that got me stuck in my tracks is I was thinking, well, shouldn't that come at the very beginning? But this is just like forward complemented. Does it have a complement before it? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
That's kind of weird. Actually, maybe worthwhile. You know what? Let me quickly go on the DPDP website. Oh, this is interesting. If you want to type Anich in there.
I can do it. I can do it.
Well, let's finish the line. I don't know. I just realized we're on the clock. But it's kind of cool if you scroll that up.
Let's write in the chat afterwards. Let's just finish the line as you said.
That's a good idea. You're right. What comes next? The next should be an N. That horizontal stroke is always an N.
N.
N as in, yeah. And the thing that looks like, is it paramage? Paramage.
Yeah.
Not
so,
image. Not image.
Not image, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So this would become then with the ear, who gives, I guess, who gives that it becomes beautiful, namely pa anich en naremich, the life of the people. So basically, who makes the life of the people beautiful.
Very good.
Sorry, can you break down that remich a little bit? I mean, the signs.
No.
That.
No, because I really can't. I think it could be the R, some kind of weird ligature
just
of
the
like.
determinative.
Oh, is that what it is? It could be too, huh? I don't know. Let's look at the remit. There you go.
And then the.
Yeah, I'm not sure I believe the DPDP there. I mean, normally I love this tool, but this is weird in the extreme, right?
Yeah, I agree. I find it sometimes the DPDP, they make strange, I don't know how they know this.
I think it's just the determinative and the plural strokes with a single line.
Yeah, so it's
that's
just
exactly what it looks like.
It's just the man and then the plural. I think that's fair.
The plural strokes.
Oh, I got you now. So you're saying this is really just but wouldn't that be the A2 man then and not the A1 man?
A1 plus Z3.
A1 plus Z3. Okay, I got you. I mean, could be.
It's true that Aurelio, you're right though, that usually I think this sign is for the A2 determinative, so the seated man with the hand to the mouth or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've seen usually. That's true. But I think it also makes sense that it's very close to just a man in a way. A seated man.
I like your suggestion though that it could just really be the man sign and have nothing to do with the R and the ch, because at least the way how you would start the A2 man, first a vertical line, and then you would start at the top and basically slope down to have the two arms, the one that's up and the one that's at the side. So, like, if I think about it, how it could have evolved from the earlier signs, that would actually make some sense if it came from one of the two men, and maybe they just look very similar. I really don't know. That would be interesting. But yeah, this has bugged me too, Aaron. So,
and then
I don't know how to break it down.
In the DPDP, the one that's more squiggly, that's a ligature or cha. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
this one,
that's retch.
And that makes more sense.
But I mean, is that what that is? That's the ligature of R and cha?
Yeah, that's it.
I think so. Would be logical at least, right?
I think I've seen at least R many times as this little angled thing here. Yeah.
Okay.
When it's ligature, right? Because otherwise they would make something like a circle.
I can't hear you well, RB. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
What did you say? Could you repeat that?
No problem. No matter.
Okay.
No, I was just saying that, yeah, I think it's just the R above the small angle, because if it would be just alone, they would make a more or less like a circle, slightly squished.
Yeah, so we have the ligature here. Okay, perfect. So now it's time's up. I will just stop sharing. Is there anything else? Any question, or should we just move on with our days?
I left the link.
Sorry?
I left the link in chat for the.
Okay,
I left
thanks.
the link in chat for the DPDP for Ankh.
For Ankh, then we can look at this now, and we can talk about it in the Discord. Okay, great. Thanks, guys.
Right in the beginning.
Yeah. I'll see you guys next week then. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one. That was a pleasure.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. See you.